Greetings and welcome back everyone to City Skylines and to the City of Anoon, and more specifically to Asher Moonrise Hills. Now, as you can see in the distance, people are not happy, they lack water. This is going to be the very first thing we're going to do in this episode. In fact, I'm going to start it off whilst it's all paused. Let's get this going. Can I even get it over there? No, I can't. Okay, fine. Possibly, no. I can, apparently. How are they even working at this point? The water level in this river has gone down. I'm absolutely certain of it. Okay, well, we'll place it here then. Right, we want to hook this one up to water. We need to make sure it's got power. It does not. There we go. It's a little bit annoying to do that, but I'll live with it. We shall have the Naphira Horus cattle, named for well spider, a wall spider rather. Well spider? No, actually, we're going to call this the Naphira Horus cattle well spidery, because I mispronounced your name. Now, down here, oh, look at that. Look at the difference this has made. It's absolutely staggering how much of a difference it's made. So much so, I almost don't want to build another one there because it'll continue to contribute. So maybe we should build the other one like further away. Try not to put all of the pollution in one spot, maybe. I don't know. Perhaps we could have the others down here. Maybe. Try and spread it out a little bit so it's... there's a little bit of pollution everywhere. I don't know. I don't think that will help, actually. We'll see what we can do. So we'll have another water treatment plant. Now this is going to cost a lot in terms of running it, because I'm going to have to run cabling all the way down like this. And across. Maybe? Maybe not. Like so. There we are. And then we've got to run water lines all the way down there as well. We'll just have these ones follow roughly the power lines. There we go. And this one shall be called the Charles Darwin III. Oh, damn it. Drat! Damn and blast! There are too many letters in Evolutionatorium. There we are. We'll have Evolutionarium. There we go. We'll release very specific toxic waste. Very, very specific. It'll be a controlled test. But there we are. That should help us with our water woes. I'm hoping. No? Oh, barely. Very barely. My goodness. Now, one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to implement a suggestion that I've had in comments. And that is to adjust our bus budget down. In fact, no, we'll just drop it to 100. And that way, some of the buses will get off the roads, which will help some of the congestion. The second concern. Now, someone wisely pointed out that to turn around, because of if they want to get from this one to this one, they've got to go all the way out and back. We do actually want to give them regular access to this roundabout. The way we're going to do that, though, is a bit more of a puzzle. Well, first, let's have a look down here. Currently, we've got access for the off-ramp to this roundabout and back up on this side. On this side, you can get off and on again. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should just... allow them to get onto this side from here and off it in that roundabout and onto this highway on this side then off it to this roundabout. Actually, you know what? I kind of like the idea that getting onto the highway from here, actually. Considering both of these are accessing large industrial areas, we do kind of want people to get onto the highway there. See, the issue here is I want everyone to be able to get onto the... There's a reason for someone to be able to get on both sides, but I suppose from here they can access the industrial area well enough. So we are going to get rid of that one. And yeah, we're going to pull this back, and hopefully this is going to make a small... Well, I say small, I actually want a really big difference, and we're actually going to change that back to a on-ramp. I don't think it's helping not having it as a on-ramp. Something like this. About there. Then down. There we go. Now, we'll see how that affects things. Hopefully, it affects them well. Now, I do apologize if you can hear the rubbish bins being collected outside. Seems the incinerator workers have made it all the way to where I live. Well done, you guys. Now, over here, we're doing okay. Though a lot of exports could be happening here. That does raise some questions. Well, actually, thinking about it as well, I probably shouldn't have put that there. I should have made that road much more heavy duty than I did. I'm suspecting that I'm going to have to adjust some of these roads in time. Especially these ones, actually. Because they're running along a main road there. These ones as well could do with being upgraded. Yes, they could do with being upgraded quite a lot, actually. So, what we're going to do is we are going to get rid of these. Very, very sorry. We are going to move this across to about there, I would say. That's pure guesswork at this point. But let's see how we can upgrade this. Okay, we were one off. That's fine. I'll just put extra paths around it. It'll be nice. Paths going up there. Across there. And all the way down. There we go. Now, down here we want the same. We want to just increase the amount of traffic that can flow in both directions, honestly. And we'll upgrade that. Now, the question is, down here is a little bit more tricky. In fact, so tricky, we can't do it. Can we do this? No. Well, we could rise... Well, it would be difficult to rise the train, honestly, because it has such a harsh turn there. That'll just have to do for that section. Ultimately, upgrading this one or that one down there as well would be worth doing. But every little bit is going to help moving the traffic along. Now, another suggestion that was added... And this is why I'm kind of looking at this and thinking, I really wish I hadn't built this here. You know what? Oh man, so many deceased are stored. Start emptying. As much as I liked the idea of not using a crematorium in Anoon, there is an issue with that. There are lots of places we're going to need to upgrade. And much like the dump, you can't upgrade a road that a crematorium, a cemetery is on until you've emptied the cemetery, which is going to be a very, very big problem for us. Right, well, let's for now. We'll have a grassy road going through here, and then out from this point. This will connect us up to an area where we're going to have some foresting going on. Because one of the other pieces of advice that I was given is that currently a lot of the freight coming in is coming from our industry. Now, that makes an awful lot of sense. That is, it's coming into our industry. They're importing timber. Now, if we could reduce that import, the amount of importing that's going on, and that would definitely help us in the long run. Am I going to be able to get this road along here, or will it just flat out say no? It's going to flat out say no. That is quite difficult for me to deal with then. Okay. First and foremost, let's run this through. Secondly, let's try and get that road back. So we want it here. Oh, that's not quite what I wanted to do. I want this coming out here and up. Too steep? Oh no, we can do it. Haha! Okay, it'll just have to be a little bit of a hill. The trains can go underneath. It's not perfect, but certainly not terrible either. Now, what I would very much like to do is get this rail all the way over here to another cargo station, perhaps along here, maybe? Just to reduce the amount of traffic that's having to move around. So let's see what we can do with that. We want the rail probably on a curve about like that. Like so. Now here we want it to come up. There's too short notice for it, really. Okay, that might work. Let's try and take this through. It's going to cause some issues. Let's do it bit by bit and actually put the support pillars straddling the roads that they're going over. Okay, so that's our train going all the way through this agricultural area. Now, if we have the forested area around here, we can start the forest industry. Well, actually, we've got all of this. I mean, that is going to be better for oil, honestly, right there. And this would be better for forestry. Well, we'll leave that rail there for now. Allow time to continue. And we have a huge demand for agriculture. Industry. How are things doing? The omelette roundabout is still pretty chock-a-block. Well, it's not quite as enormously bad as it used to be. The Bob Ross roundabout now at least is able to get where it needs to be. But there is an awful lot of stuff happening here. What's going on? Science Center. Emerson residents. Where are you going? Trying to discount sales. Buy all. Yeah, okay. So they're all going shopping. Now, we've changed the lay of the land a little bit by allowing buses to move through there. I could perhaps change that to the one-way. I'm not sure. Where are the other traffic hotspots? Oh my lord. A lot of traffic waiting there. And this place, oh my goodness, they're using all of the lanes. That's the first time I've seen them do that. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. That is just going to be bad. Omelette Roundabout is looking a little bit better than usual. Quite a lot of traffic going on around here. Okay. Well, I think I am going to go ahead and have one crematorium. I'm not sure where I'm going to place this, though. Let's have a look at placing it somewhere around Rick Eaglebrick. Really? Is there nothing there? Really? Since when was that? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, we don't quite want it on a super busy road. Actually, Rick Eaglebrick is possibly the worst place. I'm not going to put it in Gentry Terraces. I'll put it down here. So we'll go ahead and have a crematorium right about there. There we go. Okay, wow. Capacity is actually huge. The deceased is actually fairly small. That's actually not bad. That one crematorium, though, I mean, it's going to cause pollution. They're not going to like it, but still. Now, let's actually have a look at health properly. There's quite a lot of low health, but on the whole, I'm not too worried about that, actually, at the moment. Okay. Now, but still, definitely industry is the main thing we want. So as soon as we've got all of the corpses out of this one, we'll upgrade that road. But in the meanwhile, we can go ahead and continue building it out. So we want it to come down something like this. There we go. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to have this road upgraded as well. And there's a reasonable amount of traffic that needs to use it, so... There we go. Traffic can go both ways now. And down here... This is where we're going to start branching off. So... Let's go for... Well, we're in a forested area. Why not have trees on the side? No, that makes no sense at all. Let's just drop them down. Scallywags. So start from here and go straight down. And up. Yes. Okay, that works. Now, this is around the sort of place where we want to start branching off with dirt roads to make... We should have one there. Come on, so about there. Branch off again. And down here. And just because I can. It's actually quite nice. We'll actually run this one all the way up and connect there. And we'll start a new district that will happen down here. Right, we want to begin with just this little spot. And we're slowly going to add more and more and more. So this is going to be a forestry district. And a forest square. Well played, game. Well played. Right, this one shall be the... Alexander. The Alexander Nursery. You know, because tree nursery. And we'll build all of this up. Let's just paint it in. Like so. We'll actually paint along the road as well, on the outside. There we are. Now, we're going to need to make sure there's power and water down here. Shouldn't be too hard. We can just connect like that and then bring the water along the main road because we are going to be very actively following this. And down here as well. We're going to need to branch it up just a little bit. Unfortunately, much more down here. There we go. Now, how we're going to connect our railroad, I don't know. I mean, it would be ideal to have the train stop somewhere around there, I suppose. Likewise, it would kind of be useful to me. Let's have a look. If I were to place it here, or up here even. This is the other side of that area. Or I could just kind of have it in the middle there, maybe. Yeah, actually, I kind of like that idea. We'll build a separate road just to facilitate this. And it'll go something like this. And we'll come down to about there, have a curve. And over here we'll just have a straight line. There we go. And there we go. Try not to build it too close to the road because we're probably going to have to worry about that otherwise. But let's just get this connected. And down on this side, please. With a fair old curve as well. Is that alright? Yes, that's actually not too bad. Now, the nice thing with this is that this industry will make use of the train stops. So, for example, if they drop off lumber there, then it'll be delivered, or rather, the main industry over there will actually pick up a delivery from it. So it'll be delivered from the forestry, delivered to this train stop, and then trucks will take it to where it needs to go. Likewise, the farmers can make use of it as well, which will be quite useful for me. It'll cut down on a little bit of traffic going this way. Oh, look at that. No traffic build-ups. Well, crazy traffic build-ups in here, but no traffic build-ups here for the most part. We'll have to keep a watch over that, but that looks so promising compared to what we've seen up to now. Now, we definitely need more workers, though. So, how about we actually have more houses building off in this area? Oh, actually, thinking about it, we're going to need a new bus line going here. No, the growery can handle it for now, but eventually we will need to. We'll bring it out to about there, and then straight up. There we go. Now then, in here, we're going to draw that out, have a bit of a curve going on. So we all know how much I like to have curves. And another road going straight up there. Now, this is a lot of empty space here. Let's try and make use of it at the very least. There we go. The building is now empty. Fantastic. I don't want to bulldoze it though. I just want to move it. I wish to move it. Go away. We'll pop it over here. There we go. And then we can go ahead and paint all of this again. Actually, we don't want it here. Perfect. And then just fill this up with residential. We're going to leave this bit free though, for now. This will continue to be part of the growery, rather than... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Ah, really? This will... the residential district here will continue to be part of the growery, but we will eventually need to get a separate bus line going down there. I'm fairly certain. There we go. Fantastic. Now, how are we doing for commercial? How are we doing? We could have some more office jobs, honestly. And that's certainly appealing. Because we can't just only have... You know, I'm looking at commercial right now, but... We can't only just have industry going up. Especially considering how so many don't seem to like industry. Working there, that is. Yeah, let's get some office jobs going along here. This is a good place for them. There we go. That should give quite a few people places to work. Now, question is... Is there a decent stop here? Yeah, we'll pop a stop there. That'll make them happy. Now as for the growery, this bus is coming in on this route. First I would like that bus to call down here. About there. Then... oh no. Then this one go up there. There we go. That'll put everything back. Okay, plenty of places are dropping off there. Very glad to see that. How's the traffic going? It looks like we've mostly resolved the problems that we had at Omelette Roundabout. I mean, it's very shakily resolved. We've just distributed the problem a little bit more evenly, but we are going to have to still address this. Though I think the number of buses no longer in service because we pulled down the budget a little bit is definitely helping us right now. Still seeing an awful lot of use, which is good. But on the whole, I think, tentatively, we've resolved some of that issue. How are we for power? That can just drop to... oh, no, maybe not to 50%. Let's drop it to 75 first. We'll see how that does. We are actually doing fine, power-wise. Yeah, we'll drop it. All the way down to 50. It's much closer now. Okay, we'll just slowly increase that over time. Alright, well, we are starting to see some residential demand again. So, I think we're going to continue to expand the homes in the growery. But, you know what, I feel that you guys do deserve another park, perhaps. Let's have a quick look. You seem to be alright for the most part, actually. Well, I imagine you've got plenty of children. Given this many houses, it seems unlikely that they're not going to have quite a few. So we do need to give them somewhere for the children to play. A small playground should do, though. Don't think we've got the population here for a large playground to be necessary. We'll plop it there. No, we'll put it there. Less houses will be affected by that. There we go. Hopefully that'll cause them to level up a little bit as well, which in turn will get them with a higher population density per house. Right, this playground shall be called the Twisty. Named for Elemental Terror. The Twisty Turny Playground. Okay. I think we're doing well. Is this still emptying? Oh, sorry, it was still emptying. It copied over the settings. That was not quite what I intended to do. Alright, how are our cemeteries doing? We've got far too many dead for our one crematorium to handle. That's not great, but we'll see how that goes. How's the tax office doing? Seriously, so many tourists visiting the tax office. What's wrong with these people? That they would want to do this. I just don't know. I'm not liking the lack of workers, though. We need to address that. In the next episode, I imagine we're going to be focusing on expanding out our population a little bit. Maybe a new district is in order. Maybe something over there. Or maybe just continuing with Gentry Terraces. In fact, I've got a little bit more work to do around here, certainly. I fancy we're going to need much, much more than we've got. Maybe I could have a road going out there. I'm not sure. Now, a couple of people have said that the roads are one-way. Are they all one-way roads? No, they're all both two-way roads. Oh, I'm not sure why people were under the impression that it was one-way. Is this one-way, maybe? No? No, they all seem okay. But in the next episode, we're going to be working on our population a little bit. And generally keeping things going. But soon, I fancy we're going to tap into the oil resources we've got over there. That should help our industry grow a fair chunk. We might even start a new industrial park, a new place of work somewhere down there. Or perhaps, actually, this could be a whole new district for homes. Really? You're without water? Oh, right. You actually are just flat out without water. Very well. There we go. But that is it for now. I do hope you've enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.